What's going on, YouTube? You're back with Shades, and we're continuing our Let's Play of SC2VN, the StarCraft 2 visual novel. Last time we left off, we just recruited Stunt, a bratty kid, but he has some skills, so whatever. He also plays Protoss, one of my favorite races. But anyway, so now we're back in our apartment. It's nighttime, and I'm guessing we're gonna play a practice match with what's his face, with Stunt. The stairway to my apartment was empty as usual. Sometimes it feels like I'm the only person living in this building. Isolation was a major concern when I was first thinking about coming overseas, and my Korean wasn't passable. It'd practically be impossible for me to be anything but lonely. There's something I don't need to worry about anymore, I suppose. Seoul has proven to be vibrant, crowded, and busy. Everything in my life back home wasn't. Something as simple as crossing the street can be exciting for someone who's never been in an urban environment for more than a few hours at a time. It sounds stupid, but it's true. Still, before meeting Excel and Jet, I barely talked to anyone offline. StarCraft's one-on-one nature doesn't exactly lend itself to social introductions. It'd be easy to get in touch with the foreigner community out here, but I have very little desire to skulk around bars with jaded English teachers and washed-up businessmen. Why bother? I sink into my chair and jam the spacebar a few times to wake up my PC. I practiced enough at Golden Zone Fire after recruiting Stunt, so I don't bother loading up StarCraft. Jet was pleased to hear about my new pickup, told me it was smart to hold off telling Stunt who she was, too. I'm sure she'll announce her plans at her own time. She'll have one too once we've picked up our last player at any rate. With a few clicks, I'm staring at a common StarCraft fan site. The most interesting stuff goes on in the scene gets posted here, and what people vote as best rises to the top of the page. I don't often visit the Korean community sites. I like them. I like them just fine, but I prefer to read English when I get the chance. But no matter where you choose to get your StarCraft news, you'll find no shortage of netizens sure in their opinions on which player is awful or why the game is imbalanced. Today seems to be no exception. A foreign pro gamer just called it quits, and the comments about him are ridiculously scathing. LMAO, good riddance, dude was washed up anyway, he left the scene without a GG, typical. Sure, he was underperforming recently, but people forget just how much time and passion gets put into even a mediocre professional's career. The worst part is that the most people talk smack are either low leaguers or don't play the game at all. I take out my phone, hoping to find something on it to distract me from the mindless masses. No text, no new emails, same as when I last checked 15 minutes ago. It's been a while since I've chatted with my friends from back home. Most of them know about my esports aspirations, but none of them really get it. There's two reactions every time someone learns you play video games full time. Either they roll their eyes or they tell you how lucky you are. Yeah. I've tried to explain to the latter that playing StarCraft really isn't fun in the traditional sense, when it can be satisfying, but the game is too stressful to actually be called fun, at least for me. Sorry guys, my mic cut out again. I honestly am getting super pissed with my fucking mic. I don't know how I'm gonna set it up from now on, but I need to figure out a way to make it so that it doesn't cut out. I don't know how to do that. Oh well, I'll figure it out. But yeah, as I was saying before, I was like, oh, it's not fun. It's honestly not like, that's the thing about like playing esports for a living. Like, for the most part, the fun is in the victories, not the losses or defeats. Because again, a team's popularity like changes how much they get paid and shit like that. So like, if they don't get paid, if they don't win, they lose sponsorships. If they lose sponsorships, they don't get paid. And in all honesty, it turns into a fucking job. And like, yeah, a lot of passion goes into it, and they do have fun because there are always going to be victories and losses. But the thing is, like, that whole having the business aspect looming over you, I feel like it takes the fun out. And unfortunately, it's part of the profession. You can't not have that looming of potentially losing your career. But again, it just takes the fun out of it. Anyway, where did I leave off? Pretty much everyone I went to college with is enrolled in college. When I hear about their great social lives and internships, I can't help but feel jealous. I'll probably end up going eventually. It's not like I can make a living from games when I'm 30. 5 or 6 years of StarCraft, then you're left with the dregs of your prize money and sore wrists, and hopefully some friends and fond memories. When I look back on the computer screen, I notice my inbox has a message waiting. A click and I'm staring at a piece of hate mail, one of the several I've already received this month. Oh god, let me read this. Oh, it's on Twitch! Nice! Nice use of, actual, like, streaming services. Haven't streamed in a while, I noticed. Did you finally realize people only watch you? Did you finally realize people only watch you Why don't you get good and come back once you actually win something? I don't know why you keep bother blocking me. I'm going to keep making new accounts no matter what. Wow. Well, and here's your typical hater. Some guy who literally has no time, or has all the time in the world just to hate on others. Like, in all honesty, here's my take on haters. Your life must be so good, so amazing, that you have enough time and mental emptiness to go, hey, I don't like this person, let me hate on their life. Like, legit, this guy clearly kept making new accounts just to hate on this one person. What the flying fuck? Get a job, get a fucking hobby, get laid, I don't know. Jesus Christ. It's something I've had to deal with for pretty much my entire life, but things really amped up when my stream hit 500 viewers for the first time. There's not much to say other than that, but I'm used to this sort of thing by now. I quit streaming to focus on improving my own sake, not for the idiots that send me shit like this. At least that's what I tell myself. It's hard to know for sure. Most of the people who follow StarCraft know less about the game itself than they do about the people playing it. I don't like that I'm expected to constantly bear the scrutiny of strangers. No one does, but unfortunately when you put yourself online, like I do, you kind of have to expect there are going to be haters. I haven't gotten any real haters yet, but I'm pretty sure down the line someone's going to figure out a way to just fucking send me hate mail all the time, I don't know. But yeah, when you put yourself online, when you make yourself on a public forum and you make yourself out and you get some sort of following or fame, there's going to be haters. You can't help but, you can't say that there's not going to be haters. There's always going to be haters. The community is what keeps the scene alive. I don't know. I know it's wrong to loathe it, but simply knowing that doesn't make it any easier not to. With an impatient click, my PC groans off. I climb under my sheets and settle in for the early night's rest. The search continues tomorrow. I could have put this in the last part. Fuck that. Awake to the sound of rain against my window. Judging by the light, it's morning. It dawns on me that I was supposed to play stunt in a few practice games last night. Whoops, probably not a great move to blow off a player I just recruited. Breakfast this morning is cold as usual, or at least I took a chance on some street food. It was actually pretty good, but I ended up sick for a few days. I've stuck with cereal in the morning since then. Ow. I'm sorry, I'm just scratching my eye. I hope everything is working out on Jet's end. Good management and even a single sponsor would take us a long way. All I can do is focus on the task at hand, finding talent. I put away my bowl once I've emptied it and locked my apartment on the way out. My jacket's hood held up against the rain for the most of the way, but my hair ended up soaked in the end. I shake my head dry once I'm inside, much to the annoyance of the guy at the Golden Zone Fire's front desk. The cafe's largely empty on most weekdays, at least before school lets out. With a bit of searching, I find Excel reclined drowsily in a computer chair that he must have wheeled over to the lounge area. I bet he'd rather be sleeping in the crash team house, but Excel said that he didn't have time to meet me any later. He yawns and waves me over. I pull up a chair from a nearby PC and sit beside him. Plenty to choose from when his place is empty. Do they not have umbrellas outside of Korea? No, everyone just sprints from place to place if it rains. So anyway, Stun agreed? Yeah, it'll make the next pickup even easier since I've actually got another player to point to. I wish Jet would hurry up and ditch your team already. Excel raises an eyebrow and shakes his head at me. She can't do that yet. Jet has a contract. It has to be over soon though, right? Why else would she be putting together a team if she wouldn't be able to play on it? They vary, but most contracts last either 6 months or a year. Best case scenario, she'll be free at the end of the month. That makes sense. Victory Star League won't let anyone with a contract play without their team's approval. But maybe there's no rule against registering ahead of time. Whatever, I'm sure that Jet has this figured out already. Right. Anyway, you said you got a lead in the next player, yeah? Yep, guy named Reva. Flits in and out of the top 8 of the ladder. He's won at least a dozen online tournaments this year. Wow, what race does he play? Here's the best part. He plays all 3. His Terran is the strongest, but he's known to switch between races during a long set. He'll even play random. Reva plays Zerg, Terran, and Protoss? Whoa, that sounds too good to be true. But this is where it gets weird. He's never turned up on a tournament in person. He only plays online. Some people speculate that Reva is just an alias for a top player. I'm not convinced, though. He's got a very specific playstyle. It's almost like playing against a highly advanced AI. Strong mechanically, but only goes for standard macro games. Macro. Control economic. Yeah. Oh, my playstyle. I always play on like increasing economics and increasing tech. I'm always passive or defensive in a game of StarCraft. Just personal. So how am I gonna get in touch with him? Other teams have to have gone after a player that good. It won't be easy, but I've got a plan. Not another bet match, please. Okay, now it's cold in my room. Gotta close the window. Okay. It worked, didn't it? No, not this time. Reva's on a mean win streak and an online king of the hill, 12 wins in a row. Granted, most of his games have been against foreigners. It's based in Europe, so it's a weird hour for us. Point is, you're gonna enter tonight. I switched to Mock's voice for half a second. Tonight? So I beat him and then use that to convince him to join the team? Hold on, I didn't say anything about beating him. I mean, if you do, I'm not gonna complain. You're gonna play an honorable macro game. Reva hates anything that's non-standard. Cheese, rushes, aggressive timings, all-ins, one-base builds, that sort of thing. So you're gonna play a slow economy-based game instead. But if I play a game in the exact style he's used to, won't I get stomped? Maybe, but it's your only chance to get on his good side. Play him, show off your skill, chat him up, and recruit him. You make it sound so easy. Hey, find your own players if you don't like it. I'm sure there are a ton of strategy forum scrubs willing to try out. He does have a point. Guess I'm staying in tonight. Fair enough. By the way, what are you so busy with this afternoon? Team League practice. Gotta drill Zerg out of to snipe the Team Kane Terrence Ace. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name right. I could be wrong. The match is half a week away. Until then, practice, practice, practice. That's how we do it. Beneath his easy facade, I can tell Excel doesn't seem too pleased by the circumstance. Right then, any final tips against Reva before I go practice for tonight? Yeah, hope you like mech. That's all I can do not to groan. My favorite. The admin said it shouldn't be more than 5 minutes now. Reva just got finished extending his record to 13 wins. I'm already worn out from practicing all day, so there's no point of loading up a map to drill my micro or anything like that. The only thing I've got to focus on before the game is my build and my nerves. Most players, myself included, tend to get a little bit jittery before a high-stakes match. It's more a serious issue at live events with all the lights and cameras and cheering fans, but it can happen in an online setting just as easily. The King of the Hell is a broadcast on a commented live stream. The channel is hosting it isn't particularly popular, but the exposure can't hurt. Unless it get beat really, really badly. Looks like the game is getting started. In the pre-game lobby, Reva remains utterly silent even after I've offered a friendly GLGL. Good luck, good luck? I don't know. Whatever, let's get this going. Grounds out opponents with mech. Can play all 3 races. Could easily be a hacker. Hang on, I have to blow my nose. Ugh. That's very true, he could be a hacker. What's mech? Oh, wait. Does that mean he uses primarily, like, vehicles to take me out? But that's a Terran thing. Alright then. I have no idea what's going on, but... Again, most of the terms just go over my head. Anyway, alright. Time to show Reva and everyone else that's watching what I'm made of. I'm watching my scout cross the map when a thought occurs to me. If this guy supposedly hates Russia, should I be able to score a pretty easy win against him with one? There's a specific proxy build that works really well on this map, especially against the type of players that Excel described Reva as. I might risk angering the person I'm trying to recruit, though. Still, the game is being broadcast online. If I win, there's a chance that I could easily earn enough credit to find another player anyway. Do you really want to go against Excel's advice? It's only one game, after all. Nope. Prepare for a draw match. Actually, let me save. Whoop. Prepare for a draw match. It's not like I hate playing standard or anything. I just don't like it when I'm playing straight to this guy's strong point. Whatever. As expected, the game begins with a long calm. Reva shows absolutely no sign of early aggression, instead focusing entirely on building a strong economy. I use the breathing room to invest heavily into structures for tank production. My scout reveals that Reva is doing the same thing. Just as Excel said, it looks like it's going to be a long, drawn-out tank versus tank positioning war. Reva and I split the map in half, one side littered with his bases, defensive structures, and tanks, and one side with mine. I'm not particularly comfortable with this style of play. I prefer an agile army accompanied by dropships, but it's next to impossible to break a meching terrain if they have a strong economy. Whoa, shit, I'm under attack. Reva's inching his tank line toward the center of the map. He managed to find a weak position for my formation. One of my tanks was a bit too far away from the rest, and it got picked off. What? A nuke? In a serious game? Not here. Not here either. Where's the nuke? Shit, I need to catch it before I lose my army. Boom! There's the ghost. Oh, whoa. The nuke was already launched, wasn't it? Oh. Okay, can't screw this up. I'll pop up in a chat box and fire off a message. Your macro's too good, lol. For a while, no response. But just when I have given up hope that he'll message me back. Thank you. You play well. You made only a few mistakes. Perfect capitalization and grammar? Ugh, whenever someone does this to me, I feel obliged to fix my typing. Screw it, I'm way too tired after 40 minutes of positional play. Oh yeah? Well thanks. I'm actually looking forward to some practice partners, kinda. Kind of? How? He's like me when I talk to people online. I always type perfectly. I always, the thing is I'm a writer, so I write, of course, with proper grammar and spelling and caps and all that. So when I type online, it's the same thing. And the only time I ever really, relax on that is when I'm typing to friends, and they know what I'm saying. Well, I'm starting a team with a few friends. We're going to try to qualify for Team League. I see. I'm actually interested in picking up another player at the moment. Would you be interested? For almost 10 seconds, nothing. Each second ticking feels longer than the last, but then... I'm willing to discuss the possibility. Oh, awesome. We're going to meet at Golden Zone Fire tomorrow afternoon. You're in Seoul, yeah? You know where it is? Oh, you wish to meet in person? Come on, I've already come this far. Keep it together. You guys are going to hang with the team and practice a bit. We're nice, I swear. Another pause, this time longer. I find myself drawing closer and closer to the screen in anticipation of Reva's reply. Very well. I will see you and your teammates at Golden Zone Fire tomorrow. How do you suggest I find you? KK, look for the foreigner, lol. I will do so. Goodbye. With that, Reva exits our chat and prepares for his next King of the Hill match. Did I do it? Did I recruit our last player? Can I celebrate yet? No, better to wait. I mean, he's never even been to an event in person before, so there's a chance he won't show. I step out of my chair and fall into my bed, simultaneously tired and restless. I shut my eyes, but there's no way I'm going to sleep tonight with this hanging over my head. A little longer. Maybe I should go to the Go Mart. It's not a good idea to drink caffeinated stuff this late at night, but a walk might get my mind off the stress. Since meeting Excel and Jet, the pangs of homesickness haven't been nearly as bad. Should I feel guilty that I only want to update my old friends or my parents to know that I've actually got something going my way? Is it better to keep these small victories to myself? Personally, yeah, I don't tell people about my life, unless they ask, but that's just me. When was the last time I even spoke English? I honestly can't remember. I even had to move around or switch schools when I was a kid, but maybe this is the same thing. You find a group and stick with it. Keep in touch with your old friends becomes too difficult. Not wrong. It's awful to think that, as you move on with your life, people will literally just fall out. It sucks. Believe me, it's happened to me before. I'm in college, and I've lost friends from middle school, from elementary school, from middle school, from high school, and it's happened. It happened. It sucks, but you try to keep the friends you do have right now, and hopefully things get better in the future, right? I mean, if everyone stayed your friend, you would never hear the end of it. I mean, there's that old saying, the more friends you have, the more bullshit you have to deal with. And I have to say, that's a very true statement. Sorry, I'm getting feelsy. Anyway, it can be a good thing. I'm more focused to make my esports career work than on what so-and-so switched its major to. I can't help but feeling a little unsure. Putting my old life down isn't easy knowing that I'll have to pick it back up eventually. My thoughts of home fade as the green and white signage comes into view. The old man behind the counter is behind the counter as always. Hang on guys, I gotta check something. Sorry guys, my friend just directly messaged me in our group chat and I don't know why. Anyway. The old man behind the counter is behind the counter as always, this time restocking the shelf on his side beneath the cash register. I take up my usual fare from the refrigerators in the back of the store and step up to the counter. The clerk's haggard eyes linger on me for a moment before he returns to his shelf stocking. Just a moment. I'm in no rush, so I answer him with a nod. I let the drinks rest on the laminated counter and turn to take a closer look at the convenience store. It's compact and clean, like pretty much everything else in Seoul. If it has any employees other than the old man on duty, I don't see them. Most stores don't have foreign snacks or drinks aside from the local variants, and the Go Mart is no exception to that. I've had to be bold in trying new food. Just as I'm about to step toward the bag of strange-looking trail mix, this clerk's voice sounds from behind. You've been here quite often, haven't you? I turn surprised. He's staring right at me. Yeah, I'm not... That's okay, isn't it? He pauses in surprise, likely at my language proficiency, and then presses right on. More than okay. Those drinks don't buy themselves. What's your name? I'm Mak. Wait a second, that's not right. Strangely enough, I haven't had to share my real name with anyone since I came overseas. It feels unfamiliar on my tongue as I prepare to correct myself. But before I can, the clerk furrows his brow at me. Mak? That doesn't sound like any kind of foreign name I've heard before. How am I in this situation? Damn it. It's hard to explain. Do you know what StarCraft is? The elderly cashier's eyes light up in understanding. I've heard of it. You're a pro gamer then. Yeah, working on it at least. I suppose that explains your late-night shopping trips. How long have you been in Seoul? A little more than a month. I like it here. Good. It's a fine city. You can call me Mr. Yon, by the way. It's good to meet you, Mak. I simply nod and then look away. I'm not particularly good at talking to strangers about anything other than StarCraft. The conversation between us doesn't lead anywhere else, so he starts ringing up my drinks. With the bottles bagged and offered, he smiles. Take care now. Why is he important? Why does he get a name? I'm curious! I make my way back to my apartment for an evening of StarCraft and a little sleep. Alright then, I think we can end the part here. It's next- Oh god, it's stunt! Okay, I think we can end the part here. That was pretty interesting. I'm curious to figure out who this Reva is. Personally, I think it's just a recluse who, like, wants to play StarCraft but doesn't want the attention. I mean, he's probably just never put his face on the screen before or whatever. I mean, yeah. I mean, I would do the same thing, personally. Well, I mean, it's a bit late for that. I have, like, 400 videos on this channel with my face on it, but whatever. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. Like, I may not be super energetic about it, but I can definitely say I'm having a lot of fun. I don't know. It's just something about the game and how it works, and like, I just like story-based games. And again, like, I'm probably gonna get used to the gaming terms at some point, just not quite now. But anyway, we're now exiting the Shadyverse. My name's Shade, and I hope you've enjoyed your day in the shade. See you guys later.